for the avoidance of doubt,
right,
gold for oil, I have said it here, that yes, it's done two things for Ghana. And one, that is some form of stability to the cedi, because I have said it on this platform that if not for that policy, the cedi should be hovering around 25 cedis to $1. I've said it here before. Again, premiums, the cost of premiums, that is the FOB price, have reduced. These are the only benefits we have gotten from gold for oil. As we speak, has that been reflective at the pumps? You are buying a liter of fuel not less than 14 cedis. One will take it from the era of the former or the previous administration and match it with what you have. If I was buying fuel at 4 cedis per liter, and then today I'm buying it at 14 cedis per liter, juxtapose the two.
But one also argued that there was shortage under the previous administration. Anyways, Paul, let me wrap it up for me. No, I'm trying to push you small, but it's fine.
Let's all respect ourselves.
But that's a fair.
I understand. It's a fair comment. I understand. But you see, the argument was that in 2012 all the way to 2015, 2016, we grappled as a nation with doomsday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
2019 and then 2020, 2021, Ghana also grappled with what is called COVID.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, you have these two scenarios. If a gallon of petrol at the time, despite all the issues we were having, was 14 cedis, or better yet, 16 cedis. And today, that's a gallon of petrol. Today, you are buying a liter for that same price. A liter.
A liter. Yeah.
For that same price. Where lies the argument?
I think the policy has failed.
If, as of now, if you are to take the Afrobarometer report, 9 out of 10 Ghanaians, 9 out of 10 Ghanaians are in poverty. And they are saying that Ghana is headed in the wrong direction. 9 out of 10. Government says there will not be any haircut. Government says, oh, we will never go to the IMF. But are we under the IMF program?
Yes, we are.
Has there been any haircut?
Let me ask Jofi.
That man,
there's
you
Sakura.
You see, when you are mentioning dry bones in the presence of the elderly, they become very uncomfortable.
And you also need to be very careful.
Okay, I know where it is coming from now.
You are connecting the dots. You are connecting the dots.
Now let me land.
Please land it. We need to wrap it up.
Now let me land. You have... Oh, Jesus. You are disturbing me. You come to tell us there will not be any e-levy. There will not be any haircut. There will not be any IMF. Then here we are at the doorstep of IMF, still under the Extended Credit Facility Program. Here we are under haircut pensioners who have come home wanting to enjoy the pleasure of their toil. But you've gone to cut off whatever toil they have saved.
Including the former Attorney General.
All right? And they had to even picket. For the first time in the history of our country, you had pensioners picketing. So I was looking out for some level of apology from the Vice President, telling us that, listen, these were the promises we made to you. However, just like the Finance Minister did, we are sorry to have done X, Y, Z, and this are the amendments we hope to make when given the nod.
So you see one of the challenges he just mentioned.
Okay,
he could have just
accept the fact that we did not go as promised. Things did not go the way we wanted it to go, and so we could not deliver on XYZ. And so we are apologizing because of the B, C, D that we could not do.
But give us
that,
another
to me,
to
gives you some level of credibility. And that is what the chance the vice president missed yesterday. It was a fine moment to have spoken to Ghanaians in that manner. Believe you me, if you had suffered that fate of a haircut, and that apology came from him from there, I believe that you would have understood him. And even, yes. So it's quite unfortunate we didn't get that from him. That notwithstanding, he did mention, a few things that he believes will help stabilize the cedi.
All right.
Like strengthening the gold for oil program by way of increasing the gold reserves at the Bank of Ghana,
now
which to me,
gold for forex.
You see, that policy is a good one, but the implementation is fraught with a lot of challenges, and that is where we need to focus our attention. All right, please, we need some 2 minutes.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
The gold for oil policy is not in itself a bad policy. I have said it here. But if we look at it critically and look at the implementation proper, it could serve us well, better than it has. Okay, so as of now, the ordinary Ghanaian is not benefiting. The ordinary Ghanaian is not benefiting. The only benefit perhaps we are getting is some form of stability that it has gained by virtue of not using so much of our forex to import the product.
So currently, so it's impacting the cedi. It's just that it's not bringing down the fuel prices.
The Good for Oil program is doing somewhat 30% of the market.
Okay.
And then BDCs, that the bulk distribution companies, are doing the 70%. Right. So they are importing using the forex, the hard forex.
Yeah. And there's about $400 million a month.
Yes, and that's what they are doing every month.
400 million.
It is not sustainable. All right, it is not sustainable, and so there should be an alternative to that, and that for me, perhaps, is the good for oil. But because of the opaque nature of the program, it is even difficult sometimes explaining to the ordinary Ghanaian to accept that indeed there's such a program, happening. Yeah. Okay, and if we are getting it at such premiums, then it should also be reflecting at the pumps, so that when we go, we should not be buying a liter of fuel for 15, 16 cedis.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. The honest truth that Ghanaians are not getting from our policymakers is that, listen, between 2017 and 2019, when government took over, we were still under an IMF program, remember, right? Now, in April 2019, government was able to win itself out of the IMF program. And so it means that the unemployment or the recruitment that we had not been doing over the period, we could do so. All other things, you had that fiscal space. But guess what government did? Instead of taking its time to go through the program successfully and implementing some of the policy recommendations by the IMF, it threw all of them overboard and went according to its whims and caprices. And guess what? In 2021, we advised government that, listen, where you are heading, the borrowing spree, if you are not careful, we will hit a snag. And so what do? Run to IMF. That was in the third quarter of 2021. We advise government to do that. And guess what?
Wrap it up for me. I really need to end this.
Government, because of pride, government was pompous. Government did not listen. Government was adamant. And so just because the citizens or your opponents will come pointing accusing fingers at you that, oh, you spoke against IMF, so why are you going for the IMF program? Just because of that.
And today we are at IMF.
And guess what? Kenya at the time used that opportunity because we were all going through the same struggle after COVID. Kenya went for the 3 billion. The economy stabilized. They did not do haircut. They did not implement e-levy.
Yeah.
All right? They did not do the
levy,
whatever.
Emission levy and all that.
Huh? But you, despite IMF, we are still paying for COVID.
Yeah.
We are still paying for e-levy. We are still paying for betting.
Thank you very much, Paul. Eric Ofori, Copec Ghana.
I think quick,
in
just
about
1 minute. In a minute, I just
in
want
30 seconds.
If you give me just 1 minute.
30 seconds.
Because I'm looking at these BVD machines, I think we should improve security systems, investigate and identify who caused this BVD systems to get into the system. We have to punish and retrieve the machines as we saw some of the videos, and then engage the political parties just to build stakeholder confidence.
All right.
While engaging with the public, comments like it will not affect the election, these are careless statements.
You should avoid them.
Just give the right statement. And then finally, I'll talk about media protection. As we go through these elections, we beg you, our colleagues, you should take security numbers and see within each zone the security commanders, the police commanders' numbers. In case of anything, don't try to use your powers. Call the police to protect you or call the office. We love you all. You are doing a wonderful job, and congratulations to all of you at this start. Take us through the elections and then give us all the information we need. May the good Lord bless our homeland.
All right.